Yeah, it's all rigged. It's all a big ass carny game. All social media, all media, basically everything on the internet. All the selling sites like eBay, Amazon. It's a big ass carny game, man. They control it all for the most part. I mean, they just basically make it damn near impossible for anybody besides someone they control to have any kind of real success on these things. On YouTube, for example, you search something, you'll see some things at the top of the list. You know, like they're all at the top. One will have millions of views, the other one will have a few thousand. How does that work? Ask yourself, how is it 1,000-fold more for one channel than the other? Usually, the channel with less views actually does a better video. That's because I don't know how the hell that small channel was even able to even get on the top of that list. I guess they were very intelligent about how they put their tags or whatever. But they're not meant to. And obviously they were getting more than a few thousand clicks on their video, but YouTube was hiding that because they don't want that channel to grow. They don't want it to seem significant. And a lot of people are easily controlled by what something seems like it is. So, that channel has a hard time growing because of that, and then they're perhaps hiding their subscribers or whatever. Definitely hiding their views though, and their thumbs up and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you pay attention to all these channels, they're all shield channels. They're all like some kind of controlled puppet. If you pay attention to them, they're actors, man. They don't have no control. They don't have any problems being on camera. The way they speak about things is very scripted. They usually talk in a very hypnotic voice, like kind of slow and stuff. And they're usually not people of color, because they don't want people of color looking good. Like they had this white supremacist thing going. Like, for example, Myth. He basically made Fortnite into Fortnite. He made it into a market, and then they basically changed the whole game around to make him not important. Like they make aiming real easy because he was on keyboard and mouse, so they made that not important. And on top of that, they made it so that you could basically build for free. Like building was extremely easy after that. They just basically took away what he was good at and made it difficult. Made it like child's play. And then they brought in the goon squad of hackers and stuff. Tfue, for example, and it clearly a fucking like uses some kind of aimbot or some shit. It's like other big YouTubers that call him out on that all the time, especially Ninja. And Ninja, he was a damn hacker too. He actually hosted the first tournament against Myth, and basically had Myth there, and then used some kind of glitch to make the motherfucker fall off the damn high ground he had built at the most pivotal part of the game. He's gonna fall off on one of the rarest glitches ever, in one of the most rarest situations ever. And people really believe that shit. You don't go play a damn tournament where a fucking hacker that is like some kind of bread and butter guy from other games that came in to take your territory, to take your market away from you. And then everybody just basically flopped on him on that, because a lot of these people in this country are like that. They're already into that whole white supremacy thing. So they just flopped on him. When other people have to fucking basically make up fake, charities and shit and say it and get caught, they're gonna take all the money instead of giving the charity to the kids, and for them to lose their fucking subscribers. And they still got subscribers, really. But him, he has some bullshit happen to him, and then he's going against hackers that were brought in that only he can fight against legitimately. And then, it's all good though, but basically that's what kind of shit happens. They change stuff around, like Tiger Woods in sports. They didn't want him to fucking pass these people in that sport. And so they basically, out of nowhere, there's this white woman that makes this bullshit up. And then they turn off the magnet in this ball. And his shit's not working anymore, right? When he's at that point where he's about to get it. And then what is his name? Bill Cosby. He was about to buy NBC. Nothing about making nothing but color because they're tanking it because nobody watches their shit anymore. He was probably gonna make it into something halfway interesting at least. And you know they didn't want no competition by somebody that's not a fake Jew, probably a real Jew. So they took him out, man. They took him out. All these fucking women out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Where were they before, right? When he's about to buy it, are you kidding me? And these people still believe this shit. And then Black Wall Street, as soon as they get ahead of the White Wall Street, they bomb it to the goddamn ground. And they're like, yeah, rebuild again. We just killed all your leaders, you smart people. And they give them murder, death, kill music and wonder why they're murder, death, killing each other when that's the only way they see themselves getting any damn pussy is to be one of them niggas in the fucking music video. When them niggas in the music video don't even do that shit. They're all fucking actors, a whole bunch of goddamn actors. Like fucking Tupac wasn't even a fucking rapper, he was a fucking ballerina. He's a fucking ballerina. These niggas are jokes, dude. Yeah. And the rappers that came out about that shit in the past, telling these niggas ain't even real, they ain't beefing. These niggas living comfy and shit. And he just had that Latin guy, 369, where the fuck his name is. That motherfucker, he got exposed. He ain't no damn thug. Well, anyways, yeah, you guys just keep thinking that shit's real. Ain't nothing but actors, man. And then basketball, they actors. A whole bunch of fucking actors and shit. And the balls are magnetized, the rims are magnetized. They can fucking, that's why they flip-flop the courts, is to make sure nobody's cheating, because there's big bets going on. Well, we already know they can just demagnetize one rim and magnetize the other one and turn it on and off with the electrical signal. I mean, not electrical signal, but electrical flow of energy through the, you know, that cause the magnetic field. So like they can make that turn it on and off whenever they want, man. Like for comebacks to make it interesting. And then in football, you got the Tom Brady bullshit where they try to act like that's about money. They're like, they had this one guy, he was saying, oh man, we was about to beat him, and then our fucking coach said, we gotta let him win the Super Bowl so that, you know, it'll make, you know, people want to watch it, make more money. That's bullshit. Nobody wants to watch the Patriots win no more. They hate them. It's obvious that it's just a white racism thing going on. And then I remember this other time that they actually had them practice with a fucking deflated ball for weeks before the fucking Super Bowl, and then they deflated the fucking ball at the Super Bowl. Shows how much power those fuckers had there. Just to make certain people look good, man. And oh man, but yeah, it's really fucked up. It's rigged. Like all the sports are rigged. The fights, they're rigged as well. Like Mayweather was not gonna be undefeated without him picking and choosing his fights. Like he was picking and choosing them like shit. And then even some of those fights he lost, and then they had people diving all the time. Like Mike Tyson's first fight, that was a diver. I don't know about his other ones, but like there's a lot of that kind of shit going on. Like where, say you're on your way up, trying to get wins to get notability so you can even make some real money. Do you really want to be fighting somebody that's really going to be a challenge for nothing, basically, for free? Or are you going to be fighting somebody that's going to dive so you can get some notoriety, and then maybe later on you're getting some real fights? You see how that works? That's what they do. You need to look that shit up. The fights are fake as well. This shit is so fucking ridiculous. I was like, damn, man. No one of these guys look like shit like I could really beat them. Like, they're not even for real, man. These niggas are actors and shit. And this gets the biggest, strongest looking motherfucker they can find and have him talk some shit. Like, I saw that dude when he was getting ready to fight Mike Tyson. He was talking all this shit. He had a script and everything. The nigga had a script. Pulled out the script and he was like, I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. He had a little rhyme to it. He was like, I'm the Italian Tyson or some shit. I don't remember what he said. He's like, because Tyson wasn't a name back then. He was like, this is so funny what he said. You gotta look it up. This is one of those videos about how it's, oh, go to my playlist called Rigged. You'll see. Oh god, I can tell you something more about that, but I'm not even gonna say it. Yeah, this whole shit is rigged. Like, it's a big ass carny game. It make you think you got a chance, but you don't. And all these stores, like the stores like eBay and all that shit, you go there and they're only showing the stores that they own. I don't know if I already said this, but they only show the stores that they own. So not only does that store have lower prices than the other guys because they don't charge them to have their stuff on their site, but they're getting them fake reviews. What else? They don't probably charge them for shipping. Oh yeah, and then they give they block the real reviews that say that it's a crappy product or whatever. I've had that happen to me a lot of times on Amazon. And then they make the small channels and not even visible. They don't even show up. It's just like YouTube. So that combined, plus the small channels have to pay all the time, even if they don't sell nothing. They got to pay out of their pocket. And then it's unfair. They can't compete. They're not being seen. They're being charged, even if they're not making no damn money for the most part. And some places they get charged by every time they sell something, but either way they can't compete because they're not being seen. They're not getting reviews. The reviews are being hidden. They're blocking the reviews from being put on those channels, the good ones that would make those channels someone look at them. And then they're allowing bad reviews, all these fake reviews on these fake channels, sellers, and then they're blocking the ones that would make them look bad. It's just totally unfair, and most people don't know about this, so it's not no competition, man. We need to spread awareness of this and start buying from small sellers, so these big sellers go out of business. You really gotta just start like working with each other, like buying from each other. That way we can afford the extra price because we got all this money coming in ourselves. You see what I'm saying? And then the groups that are actually the best would actually come to the top. And then we need to make our own websites where we can sell stuff, and it's not all fucked up. Like basically Amazon, eBay, all those sites are doing that shit. It's big. There's a lot of talk about that on the websites that are not controlled, like for the most part. All the websites are pretty much controlled, but not as controlled. Like you can find some stuff about it on Twitter or Reddit or something like that. Or don't want to put too many sites out there though. But anyway, so yeah, it's just totally fucking rigged. Like they don't let the certain people be seen. It's all a fucking show, and they got cloning going on with it as well. Like clones that are just like emotionless, so they make really good actors and stuff. They're fucking robots. They don't have any emotions and stuff. And some of that stuff you see in those movies is real. Like that's all I'll say about it. Like it's really deep how far this fucking lies go. And like for example, that's how they could get away with NASA. Like it was like 90 or 80% of this goddamn country is in one fucking shill camp or another. Like they take the mark of the beast. They're selling out and just spreading lies and fucking making the system even bigger and all that kind of shit because they're profiting from it. There's really few people that are real and doing their own thing, man. Very few. They're all in one thing or another, I'm telling you. So YouTube is just basically fucking people over, especially if you tell the truth. Like you're gonna get like no views. The only person that brought up my last channel that was kind of big before they took his channel down. I'm telling you, anybody over like 10,000 subscribers is fake for the most part. Like he got up to like 100,000 subscribers. He brought up my channel and stuff, and then they took his channel out. All his backstabbers and stuff were involved in it that he thought were his friends and stuff, and they really weren't. And there's a lot of big channels that actually were following my Google Plus and my channel before they took it out. You can still see them on my Google Plus because they didn't unsubscribe to it. Like big 100,000 plus subscriber channels. And this is before they took out my channel. Whatever, it's still they're still on my Google Plus, even though my Google Plus ain't what it was before. You want to see that? Let me know in the comment. Otherwise, I'm not wasting my time because I know probably like only 2 people are gonna actually see this shit. And yeah, I just wanted to put this out there because I want people to know how fucking rigged this whole planet is, and not to get their hopes up on this bullshit, man. Not to be wasting their time on it and to have a more realistic goal. Maybe you need to just go out and create something of your own. Make your own fucking basketball channel, you know, where people get interested in it, or website, or fighting. Make your own fighting channel or website or whatever, your own, you know, all that, because you're not going to have a very good chance of making it on those fake ass teams. And if you do get there, it ain't going to be the best people winning all the time, I promise you that. It's going to be who they want to win to push a fucking agenda. And, you know, like, you have all these college players, like the best fucking, like even that dude Obama. I don't like Obama. He was saying that this one white guy, I forget his name, he was like redheaded or something like that, and he's like 6'2", but he's playing like overseas and he's dominating. He dominated in the G League. He set all the kind of records, like he was scoring like crazy. And then when they get him in the NBA, they fucking don't let him shoot. They don't let him do what he's doing. Like, they don't let him, you know what I mean? That's why a lot of people will score so high in college and then they go to NBA, and now they're not scoring, is because they're not shooting. They're not fucking getting a chance to shoot. And then Mike Beasley, we already know what happened with him. Like, they just fucking did him dirty for whatever reason. Like, there's a lot of this kind of shit. And basically it's all fixed, man. We gotta come up with our own channel, man. It's the only way that's gonna work, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. Most of the fuckers ain't gonna come to it simply because they're part of that bullshit. How do you think all this bullshit continues to happen without support? These fuckers support the system. They support the beast because it's the easy way out. It's just how it is, man. Until y'all get that, you're just gonna be fucking fooled, man, over and over again. All these damn channels are fake, man. You need to support a channel like mine, especially mine, because, like, you ain't gonna find nobody with what I know, man. I got real fucking answers, man. Let me see. So yeah, the stores, yeah, and then even Craigslist used to be able to post on there for free. Now they charge you $5. People would think, oh yeah, it's gonna stop the spammers. No. If they want to stop the spammers, why don't they put an anti-spamming fucking thing in there? They do. They have it in now. Why wasn't it in there when it was free? Where they can only post, what, 5 times? Or something like that? That's what they have? Why couldn't they just have that in there before? Nah, there's still spam on there. It's because they don't want as many people posting on there. They don't want as much business being created by people. They're trying to implode the economy. So people just become slaves. They have to work at Burger King or wherever the fuck, because there's only places hiring. There's so many people, like, I've seen too many people with, like, degrees, like, not working. They had no work. Like, can't find it. Yeah, the illegals are a big part of this, like, because the illegals are just racist as fuck. They, like, Chinese, like, all they do is hire each other. All they do is hire each other, man. It's not even funny. That's probably the most devastating thing about what they do. Is all they do is hire each other, and they just end up taking over everything because of that. They're extremely racist. And then they wonder why people don't like them. I mean, you can't be really thinking that when you know what you're doing here, why you came to this country to retake it, in your opinion, when you're not even the natives of your country. You killed the natives of that country, just like they killed the natives of this country. And you guys had 95% of the fucking slaves south of here, and they only had 5% here. And you want to talk shit about them? You guys were the first ones to start slavery and the last ones to end it in Brazil. That was 400 years of slavery there. Fulfilling that scripture. And these fools in America think something magic gonna happen for them. Nah, things happen by logic, people. By logic. But anyways, yeah, that's a big part of it. And then the fact that they get welfare and they just pump out endless kids because they have no cap to how much welfare they can get per kid. So they just keep pumping out more so they get more. And, you know, you got overpopulation like shit. And too fast, and it's happening too fast in areas because they're not thinking about anything, because they're just getting handouts and they're working at basically the same pay as other people but not getting taxed at it. So they're making shit tons of money and getting multiple welfare things too. It's ridiculous, man. The amount of money, and then you think they're all crashed into a house. Oh, we gotta feel sorry for them. No. They're getting like a lot of money to put them together in that house. It's called refugees. Look it up. They had it in California, and the ad in the paper. Now it's just underground a little bit more. So I seen it. I have a neighbor literally like with like fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars outside his fucking house. And he's like a Middle Eastern type guy. So I think this is like some kind of agenda, maybe the Muslim types as well, like working along. Because those are the two groups that do not assimilate to this country. Those are the two fucking groups. And what a surprise, Islam is growing like crazy in these Latin countries. You guys got a fucking serious wake-up call coming, man. Like, y'all gotta realize y'all in a rigged ass system. And the Matrix is also these electrical impulses that send in your brains that your brain interprets as reality. That's why they want 5G everywhere, to make it even more powerful. They're trying to override the real impulses coming to your brain and try and take over your mind. They're trying to take over your dreams and all kind of shit. Gotta be careful, people, man. This is very real, and they're trying to build a checkmate on y'all before they even get started. It's like they're building this big old invasion of illegals in your country before they show their real colors. You go to any place where it's 95% of them, you'll see their true colors as you go through there. It's just like, once they got that kind of numbers, they don't give a fuck anymore. They ain't gonna hide it. There's a lot of things where in California they'll say, "Get out, blacks," and put in Latin and all kinds of shit. It's really fucked up.